This
Yeah.
conference
Okay.
will now be recorded.
Okay. Manju, can you start?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Hello, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining this voice blasting webinar. My name is Manjunath, and I take care of IPPBX division in astTECS. I hope all of you knows about it. And today here we are to have a 45-minute session to talk about a voice blasting solution. So let me take you guys for next couple of minutes to understand one of our new product which we have separately started as
I
a
don't know
voice
that is there.
solution. I request people please mute yourself, which is going to be difficult for me to now speak. David, your voice is too louder. I request you to please mute. The people who are logged in, you have a button called a speaker and Mike. I request you to mute all of you guys. Is there any question? There is a chat window. I request you to leave your questions. We will definitely answer you the moment we complete this presentation. Right. I hope you are clear on this particular thing. Let me take you this voice blasting presentation. So in the market, there are people face many of the challenges. How to do a mass communication in a short time. Many people still in difficulties. Traditional marketing is a time-consuming thing. Actually, they don't reach the people so fast. There are many people who try to make calls using an agents, and they have to wait for call to be ring, call to be dialed out, call to be ring, then somebody will pick the call, then they have to tell that what exactly they are trying to sell and all those stuff, and they will be wait for their revert questions or whatever, unable to schedule the calls based on the time zone, and there are really human intervention for every single calls is required, plus also expensive, and you also need a people all at one place where they have to dial the calls and everything. So 80% of the sales leads never followed up on time. So keeping these things, how to generate leads without any human intervention? Yes, it is possible. Do marketing stuff without any human intervention? Yes, it is possible. There are a lot of things that we can do over this voice blasting. So what is this voice blasting is all about? I mean, this is a normal question everybody will ask. What is a voice blasting? See, voice blasting is basically a modern communication technique, that uses computer technology. Use a computer technology to send a pre-recorded phone messages to hundred or thousands of community members at one shot, or maybe in a layman language. I wanted to say, when you want to convey a message to a large number of people, you can do this using over a voice blasting. In a simple way, you can record the message or whatever that you would like to convey that message, and send it to your end person using this voice blasting. I'll definitely take you through how exactly this work. I have an architecture also in this particular presentation, definitely, that you can see to it and you can also understand. Uh, See, this voice blasting is already known for many of the people in the market. From last maybe 6 months or 1 year, most of the people are starting generating leads using voice blasting, in fact. And not only that, see, this is also called in a different name. Example, this is also called, it's a voice broadcasting. Many people calls in a different country, different state, different area. People talks about in a different name. This is also called as in voice broadcasting. Some people call it IVR blasting. Some people call it robocalling. Robocalling is one of the oldest word which people talks about. Without any human, some computer is talking and giving some message. This kind of stuff people are aware. And nowadays, the people are also talks about this is as an OBD calling. I mean, it's an auto outbound calling. So these are the few different names where people also knows about it, what is voice blasting is all about, and it's called in a different name. So how does that actually work? I hope you guys can see the architecture diagram on the screen. You can see astTECS voice blasting server. On the left hand side, you can use any kind of a trunk. You can use any kind of a trunk. The trunks, either it is IP or a VoIP, any of the international calling, if the Indian resident wants to make a voice blasting, or any international people, locally you can use your VoIP solution or whatever the trunk availability in your area, you can dial over that particular trunk. So you have multiple trunks are available, like even trunk, that's a PRA line. You have a GSM trunk, that's a SIM card based trunk. You have IP trunk, you have a SIP trunk. Any trunk that you can utilize can be connected over uh, voice blasting. So I hope somebody is not in a mute. I request please mute yourself. It's a bit difficult for me. So once you record the particular message, maybe I would like to say, take example. Maybe I can just give you a small example here. Um,
Apply now for a lifetime free membership of American Express Membership Rewards Credit Card. Annual fee waiver is subject to meeting 10 threshold criteria. Terms and conditions apply. To apply now, press 1. To opt out of this campaign, press 2.
I hope you may people.
Apply now for a lifetime free membership of American Express Membership Rewards Credit Card. Annual fee waiver is subject to meeting 10 threshold criteria. Terms and conditions apply. To apply now, press 1. To opt out of this campaign, press 2.
I hope you have heard about a message. You have heard about a message. If it is not clear, maybe I can play one more file. One more file. Um,
Apply.
Dear valuable customer, this call is from Hotel Taj Westin. We have a special offer for the month of April and May, and you can avail a special discount of 20% on advance booking. For more details, you can log into our website www.tajwestinhotel.com. Thank you. These kind of messages where you have to record it and you upload into uh, uh, blasting server. Once you upload this server, add up all the number whom you would like to send this message. I can definitely tell you, which are the segments basically people use this after this architecture. So once you upload your all your contacts and upload the voice file and trigger it and whatever the trunks that you have, whether it's a GSM, IP, or a PRI, the call can automatically initiate it to end user number. The moment you receive a call, you will have this voice message to be played, and it will tell you what exactly the message is all about. Example, in a recent thing, maybe I can give you an example in India. The last election, when Congress and BJP were contesting the election, so they would like to do this voice blasting, telling that okay, we are from so and so place, we are standing on this election, we requested your vote to be casted to a particular uh, uh, a person or a particular uh, category, like BJP or Congress or whatever it is. A small message which they leave and they will just go off. So this is kind of short message where people can receive. So this architecture, yeah, for this entire presentation will be shared with all of you guys. You can also take this from our website, which is available at any point of time. And this is how this basically infrastructure work. We have a separate GUI also. The GUI samples also I will show it to you in some time. Any doubts? Maybe you can also contact your sales managers who will be available at any point of time for to support you on this. Um, you can get a GUI like this. You can easily go through what exactly happening inside, outside, and all those stuff. So that's what I was telling, that how exactly this works means record the voice message, upload the mobile landline numbers whom that you would like to make a call, schedule the calling date and time, and just one click submit, and the pre-record message will be sent to enter the list of contacts. I mean, it's not only just a message, you can also get the feedback. Example, if somebody wants to, I still remember that before we start, we have done a voice blasting to all of you guys. I hope you received a message from astTECS to join for this webinar. And it was also telling that please press 1 if you are interested, please press 2 if you are not interested. So you can also take that feedback kind of messages as well into this voice blasting. So what is the benefit when we do a voice blasting in this? So voice blasting can connect with the thousands of numbers in a minute automatically. Depends on your voice trunk. It's very cost effective. It's very cost effective. In a simple way to tell you, I'll just give you a small example. Recent, one of our customer where they would like to do this. NGO fundraising, and they would like to have the small message saying that we are calling from so and so NGO, and we are running this NGO for so and so for a child development and everything. If you would like to contribute anything, please press 1 to connect with our agent. If you're not interested, please press 2. So based on this, they can generate it without any human intervention. The lot of revenue that they generated. So this is the way it basically works. There are pre-scheduled calls based on your time zones also, that you can set it up to send us any message or any reminders kind of stuff. Whole process is automated and require no manual input at every stage. Customer feedbacks can be captured. I was telling that you can capture the customer feedback, whether they're interested, not interested, yes, all those things. So what are the features that available in this voice blasting? Maybe I can take you through one by one. Multiple campaign that you can create. Now, example, see whether you are an end user or you are a reseller. If you're a reseller, you will have your own customer who are running a call centers, who will be running a small advertising company. The people will be running more on outbound dialing sales. There are many stages, even including the government, healthcare, hotels, including even in the real estate. People love to have this voice blasting where they wanted to send a message. Once they send a message, they can also get a feedback like that. If you have any vendor who are doing this voice blasting, I mean, or voice calling for a different verticals, they can create a multiple campaign. Campaign means, okay, real estate one campaign, hotel category one campaign, maybe you can say outbound sales, maybe selling prepaid cards is a one campaign, selling credit cards is a one campaign. In a system, you can create a multiple campaign. For a multiple campaign, you can set up multiple end user numbers, and you can blast this voice blasting at a time for all the campaigns also, if you have ready available trunks. Example, if you have a one PRI at a time, you can do 30 concurrency call. If you have a SIP trunk, SIP trunks are in India available from 20 port to 1500 port, which means if you have 1500 channels, At a time, 1,500 calls will go. So imagine in a day you can do more than almost 2 to 3 lakhs of numbers of voice blasting. My second features is outbound IVR with DTMF. So example, the same way when I was telling that when you do any call and ask for the feedback, even many time you will receive a call when you call to any of the banking sector or any of the Airtel call center or Vodafone call center or many of call center that whenever you call after the discussion they tell that, sir, for a feedback I'm transferring this call to an IVR, we request you to leave your feedback. So in that feedback, how was the supporting from so and so person, press 1 for excellent, press 2 for good, press 3 for bad, and press 4 for poor. So the option which comes with DTMF, you press the DTMF, it will automatically capture this feedback. Somebody, hello, please mute yourself. Someone is, hello. I request you to mute yourself, otherwise it will be difficult for me to continue this. Next is a real-time call transfer. See, not only just, I mean, this has a multiple option. That's what we were telling that, voice blasting. You in a real time, when you are hearing this voice blasting, I mean, the call is on and the message is running. There is an option if you like to speak to our agent, uh, press 3 or press 2 or press 1. The moment you press that number, the call will be initiated to agents directly. See, maybe I think I have a few friends in this webinar. Definitely, you will come across many of these questions or some requirements in this way. I would like to run a voice blasting, and customer, if they are interested, whenever they press the number, the call has to connect to the agent. Yes, definitely it is possible. So the same time when they would like to speak to agent, the call can automatically connected to the agent, and agent can speak to them, and whatever the necessary requirement or information can be connected with them, taken from them and given to them. That is how it will happen. Next is live status. This live status will tell you, example, if you do voice casting today and you have around 50,000 numbers and you have a multiple campaign. If you have a multiple campaign, you wanted to run this 50,000 calls, the moment you upload with a different campaign with a different voice and this numbers, the moment you start it, who received the call, are they given any feedback? I mean, how many people have chosen one? How many people have chosen two? How many people have chosen three? The whole scenario that you can see to it on live, live status where you can generate a report and you can see to it what exactly happening on your 50,000 numbers which you have uploaded. How many calls has been dialed? How many has been answered? How many has been shown interested, not shown interested? All the stuff that you can see on a live status. Uh, Not only that, we can also generate report. Uh, I have I can receive a lot of noise from other people. I mute yourself.
कंफर्म है ना तुम्हारा? अब 100 दे दिए, अभी कुछ है नहीं?
I request you to mute yourself.
Hello. I see that Vishnu Yadav and Vivek Singh are not muted.
Vishnu sir, you're there. Can you hear us?
Mr. Vishnu Yadav and Vivek Singh, requested to please mute your mic.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Now
Yeah, Manju,
Vivek
it's
Singh
good to
is
go.
muted. Vishnu Yadav is still not muted.
No. Mute.
Okay. Now it's muted.
Yeah, Manju.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I think
So
it should be
next
perfect.
is yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, yes, sir. Thank you. So next is a voice campaign summary and a report. Not only that, last one which I said that we can generate a report, we can also generate multiple other reports as well. Example, if somebody can receive this voice blasting, your recorded file is maybe for 30 seconds. You can also see to it for how many seconds this person has received this particular voice file. Maybe they would have heard for 15 seconds, 20 seconds. We can also capture these kind of reports as well, and we can also give it to your end customer. I mean, the people who are there in the webinar, who are resellers and our branch office people, I request you to note this, very seriously. Any kind of a report that we can generate in voice blasting system at any point of time. Okay, so and the survey and the feedback, yes, this voice blasting is also used for only for doing some surveys. There is a message which have contains of 5 questions, and every question they will ask you to type uh, uh, please press 1 for yes, or please press for 2 for no, or something. Multiple kind of a surveys that you can do. Not only that, if you are in a service industry, you can also take a feedback for each and every calls once you have completed. This kind of a solution also you can go and create it to your own customers at any point of time. uh, 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 just to say that wherever you guys are there and wherever your customer and how big is your customer, no problem. You can create this kind of a requirement to make more customer satisfaction, doing surveys and the feedback. See, this is one of the best solution, voice blasting, where keep your customer happy just doing one quick survey or one quick feedback services. And this feedback services also brings a lot of changes in your organization to run a company. So that is why this voice blastings are most important nowadays. Now let's go to some few targeted industries which largely use this voice blasting. The first one is politics. Yeah, if I say politics, yeah, I hope you guys have really understand on an Indian scenario and even an international scenario. There are many time politicians require on a area basis, state wise and country wise, they do voice blasting just to conduct some survey on the polls, to reach out the potential volunteers, sending out an information saying that where is your booth, and whom you have to go and contact, and pitching their campaign messages, and motivating people to vote also. See, it is not only the politics that run a voice blasting thing to motivate the people. There are many volunteers tells that please cast your vote at any point of time. And politics is one of the largest industry use voice blasting. I'm just giving you now a few targeted industries which will make you more interesting to talk about. There are government sectors to inform the message, uh, communicate with the people. See example, I hope you guys knows about it, Modi Man Ki Baat. See, Modi Man Ki Baat, whatever that Modi does this for almost for 45 minutes. These particular things people will be recording, and they will take only certain areas messages. They do this voice blasting for their particular areas. I hope you guys have would have been come across anywhere nearby in Indian different states. Whenever Modi does the Man Ki Baat, the few things which he talks about on a particular state wise, some people will record this, and they do this voice blasting again, saying that what Modi exactly does it on this particular states and this particular area, which to be encashed, or which can be taken this as an one of the useful information for the public. People does this to announce new schemes also. Nowadays, even in India government has this option to announce the new schemes, not only with the voice blasting. There are people do this media, online media, offline media, use the voice blast to tell that what other schemes are available for different people, so they can encash this schemes all about. To send out emergency alerts in a quick and hassle-free manner at any point of time. Even take example, last time in Odisha, we had a big problem on a support part. There is a voice blasting which has been done, many ways, saying that please go to a particular area where you will get your medicines, health support, and food and waters are available for your time being, where you can contact the people. There are a lot of stuff, people would have been heard about this kind of a message from the government side. Even in education sector, see, education sector is
Manju, one second.
yeah.
Manju, 1 second. Yeah, I just want to remind everybody that I'm not seeing any questions. So whenever any domain comes and you have a particular question, just type it there so that later. Otherwise, if everybody switches on the microphone, we will have a big chaos. So on the right side top, there is a chat like a button which you can click, and then one chat window will come, and there you can enter your message. So okay, thank you. Continue.
Yeah, thank you. Education sector is one of the largest sector to use a voice blasting solution. This is more on to tell all this parents telling that when is the events are coming, when is the sports day are coming, when is the holidays are coming. I mean, many of Bangalore schools are using this solution. Even for the exam announcement, they would like to do as in voice blasting. See, of course, I mean they have a lot of other options to do, but nowadays this communication is a more important for school to conduct multiple time in a easier way to reach to the parents, to students as well. So they do this, and also done a promotional admission campaigns telling that okay, from nursery we have opened for 2019 and 2020, or maybe from first standard to 8th standard, we have open for seats available. You can come and contact us. We have so and so facilities. There are so many things, within 30-40 seconds they can shortly record a message, and they can do this voice blasting to the parents. Next, maybe I can simply tell advertising and promotion. For attracting a customer through campaigns, there are a lot of even you can go to Book My Show. The Book My Show also does that. There is a 50% discount if you can do ticket booking over a Book My Show, and for a particular date and a particular timings. They can just go there in the Book My Show. You will have all the details. You just enter and you can get the 50% discount if you book a ticket on that particular time. Even many of the social medias also does this voice blasting solution, saying that you go and register yourself and you'll get free movie tickets and all those stuff. um, to capture customer attention in the very first contact, people love to have this voice blasting solution. Even in a healthcare sector, people love to have this voice blasting solution, where booking on your once you book an appointment, they will send you a reminder message saying that you have an appointment at that so and so date and so and so time. Even nowadays, they prescribe the medicines, and the patient is and at any point of time the patient wants to take this medicine, there's an option available where the doctors will remind you at what time the what medicine has to you have to taken. So that kind of facilities are available. uh, so like this, even multiple survey for the patients also, they can run a multiple surveys as well. Not only that, maybe one more thing. What I would like to say is that there's a one more sector which uses voice blasting solution as BPO industry. Where more on the telecallers who runs this call center. I mean, small DSAs who works for network provider to sell SIM cards, to sell dongles, to sell any kind of a product, where you can find the call centers where 20-seater, 30-seater, 60-seater, these people who are working for the local area, where they would like to promote any kind of product, including the credit card, including the loans, and including your prepaid, postpaid connectivity. See, nowadays this loan things are most maximum calls that you receive. If you're interested, you are eligible to get this credit card. If you're interested, press 1. There are a lot of messages which comes. What they does is they don't ask agent to make a call. They will record this kind of a small message, and first they do voice blasting, and they will give you an option. If you're interested, press 1. If anybody press 1, it has been sure shot lead, so that they can capture and they will give it to all the agents to talk the customer and get the documentation from them. See, normally when other agent calls, they talks about, sir, okay, we are calling from here. Are you looking for a credit card? They might not have a proper details with them to how to talk to the customer. But in a voice message, it's very simply that they can record it. Hi, we are calling from HDFC, and you are eligible for credit card worth is 5 lakhs. If you're interested, press 1. The If somebody press 1, it is a sure shortly they will immediately they will take it out, they will put it to the agents. Just tell them that you have shown the interest to buy a credit card. Please let us know when can I come and collect your documentation. So these three industries I'm talking about: the personal loan, credit cards, selling SIM cards. These kind of a small industries, they are largely looking for this voice blasting solution nearby your areas. You can go and capture these people. Definitely, I can say you can win a lot of cases, right? So I have two more screens to run with. We have some live screens which we have incorporated here in the presentation. We have a live dashboard where you can see how our IVR basically look. And you can create accounts, you can create a campaign, you can create an IVR, create a list, you can generate a report, and you run a campaign. On this particular campaign, you can also see totally 3 calls has been done and how many no answered. See, these kind of a live screen dashboard that you can see to it. You can create a multiple accounts to access this particular IVR application. Then you can upload the list. Not only upload the list, you can also store this kind of over there in the list itself. You can also generate multiple reports. Sorry. Yeah. So you can also generate a reports. You can, at any point of time, you can go to a particular GUI. You can based on the campaign, based on the person, you can generate the report what exactly happened. Then when it comes to a bundle product, we already have 3 different models available. One is voice blasting 30 concurrent calls, which supports for maybe you can say 30 agents. If you can say simple way, it's a 30 agents or a 30 concurrent calls. Maybe it's a 1 PRI or 30 SIP channels or 30 SIM cards. Like that, we have VV60 for a 2 PRI or a 60 channels of SIP or 60 SIM cards. And also we have up to 100 concurrency call. You can utilize any of the trunk, as I told you, even IP trunks also it will help. Not only that, we have cloud solution as well, and entire stuff will be managed by astTECS. Only you have to pay per minute charges. Based on per minute charges, the charges will be applicable. The charges will be definitely our sales manager will keep in touch with you guys. More on that, you can talk to your area managers, so they will give you much more details on that. So why astTECS? It's in a simple way to I'll tell you that this is our core value, that we are 24/7 available for any kind of technical support. We are ISO certified company. We are typically an open source community people. We are the largest people to have an R&D team for an integration with any third-party application. It's a trust that we have built from last 12 years, where we spread across India around 30 branches, and we have spread across the globe around 15 branches, different branches. So I think more than this, we don't really require to talk about an astTECS. So you guys knows us very well that how many implementations that we have done, and what all the accreditations that we got, and you know that very well that we have not only just a voice blasting as a solution, we have a IPPBX, call center dialer, video conference, IVR solution, IP phones, PRA cards, PRA gateways, SBCs, the many things that you can buy from at one point of time. Okay, so that's it from my end. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm just coming with your questions, and probably we'll have an answer for your question and answer session. Korean sir, you're there?
Yeah, I'm there. So we will start with, I think, the first question. We have a few questions which has come in, and the first question is from Amandeep, which I think it's already answered, which says, can we sell a cloud solution? I think that Manju has just now answered it. And so, I mean, the answer is that yes, we can sell a cloud solution. Then the customer need not have any infrastructure at all, and astTECS will be providing the complete infrastructure, and we will be charging on a per call basis. So if the customer wants to say blast 10,000 calls, he will be charged based on, okay, if it I mean, depending on what location and the call tariffs, but for example, it might be 50 paisa per call, so 10,000 calls, he has to pay 5,000 rupees, and there's no other liability, no other it's just a pay per call model what we follow.
So just in addition to that, like, how customer will be able to see the reports, like, if it is on cloud, we are doing it at our premises and we are doing everything
Yeah, yeah.
ourselves. So how we will be able to see reports?
I'm coming to that question. See, I'm just going through the questions which are in the chat. I think this question you have put it in the chat,
Last
no?
towards end, yeah.
Yeah, towards the end.
Okay.
I'll be coming to that. So the next is we have Nitin who is asking how is it possible to have one voice blasting solution for multiple business processes? So it is not one, see, the question is always, what does it mean, one voice blasting? If we say it is one system, I mean, one system can handle multiple business processes or multiple voice blasts. So what we consider one voice blast is to say that one message to multiple customers will be considered as one voice blast. So in a system, we can even parallelly run, I don't know, 3 or 4 such voice blasts. There should not be any problem. That is one level of multiple business process. There is also a multi-level voice blasting. Yes, Manju, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I think, see, everybody else should, other than me and Manju, please, everybody else keep their mic on mute. Just put your questions on the chat. That would be very comfortable for everybody. Just type your questions on chat, and one by one we will go through the questions. So, Manju, you wanted to tell something?
Yes, sir. Yes. Just to answer last question, I just wanted to tell that we have a multiple campaign creation. I have also told this in the same thing in the features. That one server can handle multiple businesses or maybe a campaigns at what we call. Okay. I just given the simple example. If 3 people are there, Airtel, Tata, and Vodafone,
Manju, you are not audible.
and one person. I'm not audible.
Yeah, now you are audible.
Okay. I'm not saying that. Okay. So what is saying that one person can any point of time, and
Manju, again you are not audible. Yeah. you get to the mic the way you were
Can you hear me, sir?
doing the presentation.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Now
Yes, it
okay.
is much better.
Now it's okay.
Okay, okay. So, what I was telling that one person can handle multiple
I think in your room there are two
campaign at
people.
any point of time. No, sir.
No, okay. Okay, continue.
So in any point of time, I think somewhere which is coming as in a loudspeaker. Somebody has.
Yeah. I think okay. Let me. I think the multiple. I can explain that point. So basically, Manju is trying to tell that that we can have multiple campaigns running parallelly. What I also wanted to in this contest, what tell is that see there is also a multi-level campaign that is which is used for marketing to say that you typically call a customer and ask, are you planning to buy a car? So say if the customer says yes, then we ask, okay, which is it? From 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs bracket. Is it from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs bracket, 20 lakhs to 30 lakhs bracket? So then it's the leads are generated, and the 5 to 10 lakh category leads may be given to a Maruti or those type of cars. 10 to 20 lakhs given to a Honda or cars under that range. Maybe 20 to 30 lakhs, maybe either Krista or those type of cars. At 30 lakhs plus maybe a Benz or so. It is one campaign serving multiple businesses. So that is also possible. So all type of combinations are possible. See, at the end of the day, the technology enables you to send a message and get a feedback from the customer. So the next question is the voice file format, the recording format. Yeah, see the recording format generally we have. Standard is very high bitrate wave format should do good. It should be a very audible format. So you can generally studio recording is preferable because there should not be any background noises and otherwise wave format, GSM format, MP3 format. The system can handle all the formats. If required, the system will convert also. Yeah, now we come to the other question about the reports, cloud report. So the cloud reports, yeah, surely you can access the cloud. The customer will be given a URL where he can download all the reports what he require or whatever we have specified. We will have a standard set of reports. If it is for one voice blast or something, he has to use those reports. If it is somebody who is regularly using the voice blast and they need some specific reports, of course, it is also possible to customize the report. Okay, no further questions. Okay, now Nisar is asking, can they use their own trunk for calls? See okay, in cloud, that would not be possible because see there is no connection from cloud to their trunk. Because when we tell their own trunk, it could be some FXO or they would have connected even a PRI to a Siemens PRBX or something like that. Then we don't know how to even connect from cloud to their premises. But of course, if they have an IP PBX the IPPBX is put in public IP and it is connected to a PRI, obviously we can route the calls from the cloud to the IPPBX. But even in that case, we might have a legality issue which we have to check because again it is IP connecting to PSTN and most probably it might not be allowed. So in general, the answer to the question, can we use their own trunk for calls, is a no. It is not that it is technically possible, but it might have a lot of hurdles and also even regulatory hurdles. But of course, surely,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, got it, sir. But is there any chance that they can choose their any preferred number, because the same number will be used for multiple campaigns, right? For outgoing purpose.
Yeah, so if they are on our cloud, at the end of the day, it is it's an agreement. If they are on cloud and they are going to use regularly our system, obviously we will reserve a number for them, and which we won't use it for anybody else.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Can virtual numbers? One more question is, can
Yeah,
virtual
sorry,
numbers
right.
can be used as trunk? See, virtual number, as the name goes, it is a virtual number. There has to be a trunk behind a virtual number. So if, for example, if they are using our cloud, we can surely from our cloud call out or call in through the virtual number. I presume that when we tell can virtual numbers used as trunk, the customer has a virtual number and he wants to use it for display. That can surely be done. But obviously, on cloud, we need to have a trunk, which obviously astTECS has it. So can virtual numbers can be used as a trunk? The answer would be yes.
Even for the international calls, maybe.
Yeah. So the next question is, can we use FCT instead of GSM gateway? I mean, FCT and GSM gateway, theoretically there is not much difference in the sense only that it's a common terminology where one says FCT is one single port and GSM gateway is multiple ports. Other than that, FCT means it is fixed cellular terminal, and GSM gateway is GSM gateway. So again, it depends on the FCT. If we are putting our voice blasting solution, that means if the FCT is capable of IP to receive IP calls and send it as a GSM call, surely we can use it. So I think we need to explore what are the capabilities of the mentioned FCT. So I think with that, I think we have the general questions to end. Manju, there was some one or two queries to say that people have come in late. So maybe just to give an overview, or just a very short overview of what we have presented today. See, there's a solution what we have offered today is voice blasting. Voice blasting is a solution when a customer needs to send a particular message to a very large number of people, and then and a voice message. So voice messages can be sent to a large number of people using this voice blasting technology. So how does the technology work? We have to record a message which we want to send it to say 10,000 people. It could be vote for Republicans. Let us take a US party. So vote for Republicans. I want to send it to 10,000 people. So then what I'll do is I'll go and record this message, vote for Republicans, as a voice file, upload it in system, and then upload 10,000 numbers also in a system. It can be Excel format, CSV format, any format where these 10,000 numbers are also uploaded, and then configure the system to say that, okay, you start the voice blasting at 10 a.m. up to 2 a.m. And then the system, assume a PRI is connected to the system. The system will, from 10 o'clock, send 30 calls at a time to 30 people and play this message. So assume this message is around 30 seconds, which would mean we have 120 into around 360 calls. Yeah, 120 into no 3,600 calls in an hour, which means from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It can send around 10,000, 12,000 calls. So that is how the basic technology works. Going a step ahead, people also can take feedback. That is, okay, we can also ask, will you vote for Republicans? Yes, no. One is yes and two is no. So then the person who receives the message can also give a feedback as one or two. And then we will capture the feedback and provide it as a report. So these are the two main modes of voice blasting which is possible. One is just pure messaging in one direction, or bi-directional messaging where we can take a feedback also. So that was and of course we have gone through multiple industries, and I think we will be providing the voice recording also from the complete webinar, so that we can go in detail the whole thing through. Manju, you would like to add anything?
I think way to tell that voice blasting is the best solution for any of the small DSCs, small 10-seater, 20-seaters, kind of people. Where, where, okay. I'm audible? Okay. You find out in your areas who are running a small call centers to generate a lead, selling credit cards, selling personal loans, selling for any prepaid cards, postpaid cards, dongles, the small stuff which they would like to sell over a call or sell over telephone or sell over through agents. And this voice blasting will be the best options to generate short leads. Once they call and they say that yes, I'm interested, they can call back and they can immediately get that lead. So that's a simple way. Yeah, I think more than that, maybe we can share this presentation as well to everyone. Like, if you go through it once again, probably will have a much more option into it. That's it from my end. So, sir, thank you very much for your time. And thanks everyone for being online this time. And we will have the next webinar soon that we will be sending you an email. So please join every time and have knowledge for the process. Thank you very much.